Um, I told the guys in the locker room after, I'm not embarrassed to coach this team. I'm proud of this team. That's a good team we played. We had chances to win. We got to button things up and do the little things right all the time so that the 2 or 3 plays that cost us that game don't happen. I thought they moved on their field goal to go up 23-20. Didn't get called. We're down a field goal, run the ball down deep into their territory and get a holding penalty. Defense steps up and gets a stop. We fumble a punt. We're down 6. Defense gets us another stop. We have a chance to win the game, but you can't do those things against good teams. The good teams in this league are buttoned up like that. And I keep saying we got a lot of talent in this program right now. We went toe-to-toe with those guys. We went toe-to-toe with Northwestern. We're just doing the little stuff that gets ourselves beat. And part of that's a function of having young players, that we need time with them to get them buttoned up. But I was proud of the team today. Sooner or later, woulda, coulda, shouldas need to turn into wins, but I don't doubt it for a second.
Next question, Parker Gabriel.
Hey, Scott, you made a couple of references to special teams there in that answer, but how frustrating to sort of go toe-to-toe with them offensively and defensively and have a couple of breakdowns special teams-wise that cost you.
It's really frustrating. We spent a lot of time on that. I expect it to be better. We were supposed to punt the ball to the sideline like we did later in the game, and we left one in the middle of the field. That can't happen. That's the detail and stuff that I'm talking about. That as an entire coaching staff and the leaders on our football team, we can't let anything happen, not 1 inch of anything that's not disciplined, not buttoned up. Those things can't happen. We need to catch every punt in practice, every punt, because it matters. We played too good defensively to give them the fields we gave them. And it can't be we're buttoned up on defense and we don't play well on offense. It can't be we play well on offense and don't play well on special teams. That kind of discipline has to go all the way through the program. That starts with coaching staff. It was way better this week. The kids approached the game way better. I love their intensity, love their fire, love their fight. That's how they need to play every week.
Question, Mitch Sherman.
Hey, Scott, how'd you feel about the quarterbacks today, and what went into your thought process to use them the way that you did?
We told them they were both going to play. Our plan was to play Adrian 2 series and put Luke in. We graded every rep last week in practice, and they were dead even. Both completed 81% of their passes in practice. Both had 2 turnovers, one of which wasn't their fault. We got 2 good young players, 2 good quarterbacks. We need to continue to hit a few more of the easy things that they give us that we miss at that position, particularly in the pass game. But I thought we threw it downfield better. I thought both guys managed the game well when they were in, and we got 2 good players. We'll continue to let them compete. I said last week, Luke's the future of this program. There's no doubt what kind of player I think he's going to be. I just don't know if that future is now or when Adrian's all done at Nebraska. But I've been doubted in Nebraska as a quarterback. Adrian's felt that too. I was proud of how he responded.
Next question, Joe Nugent.
Scott, it was a good spurt there at the end of the first half and then coming out to start the second half, and then something changed. What was it?
I don't think anything changed. We got really bad field position a couple times, and they're a good team. And we needed one more drive somewhere. We needed one less fumble, one less penalty, one more stop, one more call. That's the kind of game you're going to have to win against Iowa and Northwestern because they don't give you anything easy. And Wisconsin, those are really good teams. Really good teams that, you know, have been doing the same thing for a long time, know what they're doing. They have detail and discipline in their program because they've been building it for a long time. We're still trying to get there. We're a heck of a lot closer than where we were. That's why I told the guys to walk out of here with their head up high. I told you I was embarrassed to coach the team last week because we didn't play like a team that I want to coach. But I would say I don't think our record's indicative of where we are right now and the improvements we've made. Just sooner or later, we got to be buttoned up and detailed enough to make sure that these close games go our way.
Derek Peterson.
Yes, Scott, you went back to Cam Jurgens to start the second half. What was the decision-making process behind that? And then what do you do with center moving forward to try to get the snaps cleaned up?
The issue with snaps today, I don't think had anything to do with his technique. There was clapping going on their sideline, and Cam heard that clap and thought it was the quarterback clapping. We discussed with officials and didn't happen in the second half.
Next one, Steve Sipple.
Coach, I know this wasn't a total offensive line issue, but I mean, and it wasn't just Cam. Did you expect that group to be a little further along than it is at this point?
The offensive line? The offensive line?
Yeah.
I don't know, Sip, but, it's hard to run the ball in Iowa. They do a good job. I give Kirk and his staff a lot of credit. There's not easy yards against them. I thought we creased some runs, got stopped on some others, had a couple negative plays. They just kind of guessed right and blitzed on the first drive, blitzed the guy off the edge to the side of a fly sweep. Another time on mid-zone, plugged the backer, and he came through and tackled us for a loss. But those things are going to happen in a football game. I think they're playing pretty well, especially considering we got Cam Jurgens at center that's been an O-lineman for 2 years, and Ethan Piper is a freshman, and Bryce Benhart is a freshman. Jaime and Tvarniak have been our leaders and our bell cows up there. I know Matt's hurting, just looking at him in the locker room because of what happened on the last play, but I love him. He's fought through a lot at Nebraska and plays his tail off for us, and he's a really good player and a really good person.
To the couple really critical penalties down the stretch by your young guys.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, Sip. Those things can't happen. We have a chance to tie the game when Adrian took the quarterback draw down deep in their territory or take the lead in the game. And instead we come away with no points, punt to them, and they get 3. And, those are the games you have to win in the Big Ten Conference, and you can't do those things.
All right, we'll get 2 more. Sam McEwen.
Scott, you sound like a coach who could go out and play that game again right now. The emotion coming off you just sounds like there's a combination of pride and incredible frustration over details that have been lingering for 3 years. How do you eradicate some of those small mistakes, like a muffed punt or a punter that doesn't put the ball where it's supposed to be?
Sam, getting that type of discipline and that level of discipline in our program has been a 3-year process for me, and it's making me old. Discipline wasn't very good. I'm always careful not to criticize who came before me. The discipline wasn't very good when I walked into the building. Give the old guys that are still here from when we got here a lot of credit for sticking through what they've stuck through and giving us the leadership that they give us. It's unfortunate we didn't have spring ball. That would have helped. With COVID, we weren't able to spend as much time around our young guys. We're playing a lot of young players, and that kind of discipline takes time with them too. But you ask me how you get it done. Nobody can ever be late to class. When somebody was late to a workout when I was in school, it never got to Coach Osborne because JP and Grant would take care of it. Nobody can ever give less than 100% at practice. Finals till the last minute and not study. When you're detailed on the little things all through the week and all through the year, the detail comes in the game. And we still got some work to do. But when I look at the faces of the guys in that locker room, I think they understand it and they're committed to getting it done.
Did you bet on your coaches this week to really impress upon them the need to coach it up this week and have this in preparation?
Yeah, that's the coach's job. That being said, nobody had to tell me to go out and play my butt off every week. Nobody had to tell Mike Minner and Michael Booker and Joel Makovic to go play their butt off every week. But that's our job if it's not getting done to get it done. I thought the coaches did a great job this week. I loved how we approached the game today. The fire in our eyes and the willingness to play a 60-game fight with a good team. We need to get a little better and button things up so that those few mistakes that cost the game don't happen. And it's got to happen quick.
One, Parker Gabriel.
Hey, Scott, I know it wasn't perfect defensively, but did you think that you stood up to their run game and their offense better overall than the past 2 years, in particular playing without Colin for the first time this year?
Absolutely. I think we did. Again, I give them credit. They've been building this for a long time. They've been doing this for a long time. And we came here 2 years ago, and they ran outside zone on us, and we couldn't stop it. I thought they were bigger than us, stronger than us, and we got pushed around. They still hit their share. We made our share of plays. I'm not taking anything away from them. They're well coached and they're a good team. But that didn't happen today. And that's a sign of the progress we've made. The kids are hurting. They wanted this one. They did everything they need to this week to prepare for this and put themselves in position to win a game against a good team. And it's going to happen. I've been doubted in this state before, Parker, and I'm sure there's some out there right now. But I know what happened last time, and it's going to happen again.